We'll be here waiting.
Uh-huh.
Hey, dude, I just want to kind of clear some things up. I have DMs that I want to show you because I think, I don't know, there was some things said on that stream that I didn't actually watch it. I got a call from someone else about some family shit, so I had to tune out for a second, and then Nick had to give me the fucking rundown of what happened. But if we go up here to the very top, I have information on someone that you used to be friends with. I need advice. I don't know if I got groomed or fucking used. It's so weird. Hopefully I can get some advice. I talked to A-Star, recommended I get advice. I want this to remain private, not to anyone. Do you know Kamai? I just want to tell you about what he possibly did to me. I was friends with him. He sexted me for weeks. Is this legit? I can't imagine Cam doing something like that. I'm so sorry this happened to you. This is really shitty. And I asked her for proof. I'll speak to them trusted friends and tell you about that. Don't say anything publicly. Where is it? Just other shit that's important. More unimportant stuff. Only you can make the decision, of course. Google Drive. I'll take a look later. All right.
At any point that you tell her that she should go public, or did she come to that conclusion on her own?
Conclusion on her own, because I heard in the interim, because I hadn't DM'd her for a few days, I was not very involved, as you can see. There's just gaps here. I was told by the others that she told them she wanted to go public. I heard you want to go public. I want to. I never implanted anything into her mind that said, go public with this. It was only shit that she told other people. She said, I want to go public. And so
what about when you told Destiny you didn't want to cancel this guy? I'm looking at your Twitter timeline, and there's a lot of like signal boosting this stuff and a lot of gloating about what's happening to him. I don't know about you, but that seems like you wanted to cancel this guy. I don't
remember what I said. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, your whole timeline is like signal boosting, like memes about this shit and everything. Like, this seems very much like a coordinated attempt to cancel this guy.
I'm kind of confused. My whole timeline is
okay.
I made one meme about it. Like, that was it. I don't even think I signal boosted anything else. I think I just tweeted the meme. I think that was it. Like, I'm looking now. I don't see anything. So
yeah, I don't know.
I ended up deleting that as well. I don't know. That was literally it.
Like, with all the shit you've been involved in before, that you haven't really learned anything. I think my biggest issue with you is you seem to act on impulse when it comes to this stuff, rather than taking some time to like think it through. Because this was a colossal fuck up. This is a colossal fuck up.
I'm going to be honest about the involvement that I had in this was so extremely minimal. And the reason that it was so minimal is because I didn't want to fuck up something like this again. That's the reason I didn't want any involvement. I gave this to other people so they could do with it what they wanted. Yeah. I didn't want involvement. That was the entire thing. That's why I didn't write the document. I agreed that I'd like edit little parts of it if they wanted me to edit little parts of it. That was all that I ever did in regards to that. I didn't have anything in relation to like...
You told Destiny you weren't involved in the creation.
I wasn't involved with the writing of the document.
But you're telling me that you did some editing and stuff, so you were involved.
I wasn't involved with the writing of the document. When it was all written and all done, I like went and I like literally like little bits that they were like they sent me little bits and were like, what do you think of this? What do you think of this?
So and I was just like, involved. That's involved.
I went back and I clarified with him on that. So I don't know. It was a miswording a little bit on my part. I don't know. Listen, I don't want people to try and twist my words here, okay? When I say that I was not involved with the writing of the document, I mean that I was not involved with the writing of the document. I did not write the document. I came in afterwards, after it was written, and what I did in terms of editing was nothing that would have changed the substance of the document. Everything that would have been before and after would have been exactly the same with or without me there. It's just aesthetic changes purely. Grammar, spelling, shit like that. Nothing integral to the document. So no, I didn't have anything to do with writing the document. That's not true. I did not write the document at all. I didn't write a word.
I guess it comes up to a difference of opinion, because that sounds like you were involved to me. Maybe you didn't write the initial draft, but you were involved in the creation of the document.
It is such a small, minuscule degree.
I mean, I disagree. I respectfully disagree.
How? If they sent me like 3 things,
you're
that were
reviewing
like,
this thing and you're making changes to the thing. They're asking you for your opinion on this thing, and you're making changes as you see fit. You were involved in the creation of this document.
I'm sorry, but like the amount that I was involved was so incredibly small. I'm sorry.
I respectfully
and there was a
disagree.
reason that it was so incredibly small.
I'm sorry. I respectfully disagree.
I don't know how.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that, yeah, based on what you showed me, that it looks like you weren't part of like trying to convince them to come forward, but you were involved in the creation of the document, 100%.
All right, let's say that I was. I don't agree with that, but let's just say that I was. Okay, I did all of this under the assumption that I was helping someone out, because that is what they told me. They told me that this stuff had happened, and then I heard from Matt and Emma that they had confided in them other things about, manipulation, taking advantage of them, etc., etc. Like, that's what I heard, and that's what I ran with, because that's what I was told. But now, obviously, they've changed their mind on that. But that is what I was told. That's what I ran with. That's the reason I said that. That's the reason I got them in touch with the other people. Like, that is the reason. I only had the best intentions. It was never about a clout thing or getting back at anyone. It was for the best.
I mean, I know it wasn't a clout thing, because like this guy's smaller than you, isn't he? So like, how's it gonna be a clout thing? I mean, of course not. But I mean, I have been told that you didn't like this guy, and be honest, you didn't like this guy, right?
I didn't really. I just found him kind of annoying. I don't think it really extended beyond that. He really didn't like me.
So if I see screenshots of you shitting on this guy, that you don't like this guy, then I'm not gonna find that, right? That's not gonna happen.
I don't think you will find anything of that sort.
Okay.
I don't believe that. If anything,
granted,
it's just me
to be fair, I don't do commentary anymore, so I'm not going to do any digging. But I mean, like, if this comes my way, then it's like, okay, well, I mean, he lied again.
That's fine. If there's anything, it's going to be me calling him annoying or cringe, because that's all I ever thought he was. It wasn't a genuine hatred for him. Okay. Definitely not. There was no reason to. He hadn't done anything to me. Okay. That wasn't the way. But I knew him. Like, I used to talk to him on and off in servers and stuff, and that's kind of the reason it was so shocking. Because it was obviously I even told Liz in the DMs, like, are you sure this is him? Like, are you sure? Like, I can't imagine him ever doing anything like this, because I didn't. I never thought he'd be able to do anything like that. But I guess I was kind of wrong in that respect. That's what's kind of shocked me, I guess.
So, when you kind of like, they wrote the document, and then like you kind of like, they asked you for your advice on it, and you kind of like chimed in with your advice, and you said you did like some editing of it where you felt like it would help.
Yeah, very minimal, but yeah, okay. It's yeah.
So there was editing done, correct, on your part? So when you say in this post on Twitter, I did not write a word of that document, you're being dishonest.
I clarified in the tweet, just literally just directing him. I don't know. That was kind of worded a bit shit, but like, I didn't write a word of the original, like the actual meat and potatoes. I didn't write a word of that. Like, the shit that matters, I didn't write a word of. Like, clearly, like you know what I'm trying to say, right? It doesn't like I didn't write a word.
I'm going to be
anything that matters on this.
I'm going to be honest with you. This seems carefully worded in a way to deliberately save your own skin. Which I understand, considering all the shit you've been through, but dude, like, you shouldn't even been in this situation in the first place.
Dude, I don't even know how my name got brought up when I wasn't even involved. That's the thing.
Other than you, and like, you don't have to name the people, but other than you, who was the oldest person involved in this situation?
Same age as me.
Same age as you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you and this other person were the adults in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Although I didn't really check in. I just let them do whatever. Like, I didn't want involvement. I thought it was fucked up. And that's why I gave them the information. But I didn't check in. I didn't go in and like change things in the middle. I didn't help them write it. Like anything that was significant, I did not have any involvement. Any edits I made were aesthetic purely. It was nothing meat and potatoes.
Okay.
That's what I mean when I say I didn't write a word of it, because I really didn't. Like I didn't write anything.
Okay. I mean,
Making small changes is like, yeah, okay, you can make the argument. Okay, worded it poorly. Okay, cool. I didn't write anything of substance.
okay. Like I said, I think it comes down to a difference of opinion. Don't worry, I'm not gonna like fucking release this call, or I'm not gonna do some fucking video. I don't do commentary shit anymore. I don't give a fuck about this shit anymore. Quite frankly, I think the current state of the commentary community is garbage. So I want no
Yeah.
involvement in it. But I'm just telling you how I feel about it. This seems dishonest. That's
Yeah,
just where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
I don't know, dude. Well, I only ever did this with the best of intentions. I would never hand anyone things something that I thought was sketchy. Like I'm not. I really didn't try to do that. It was all to try and support the girl, and it ended up not being that at all. I tried to limit my involvement, and I was brought up again out of the blue, and I didn't even want anything to do with it.
Yeah. At the very least, I think it's safe to say we could probably both agree that after everything you've been through, you probably should have, like, as soon as this was brought to you, like, yeah, I don't want to be involved.
It's easier said than done, though, right? If someone comes to you about a former friend and drops some like, oh, he grew me, etc., like it's really hard to just say nothing and like, oh, I'm not going to get involved.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, let me clarify that it hasn't been something to this extent, but I've like, yeah, I don't want to take part in that. I've definitely turned people away. Like, yeah, I don't want to be involved in that.
I don't know if I.
And in fairness to you, the things I've turned away haven't been like as severe of an allegation, but still, I've definitely turned things away where I'm like, yeah, I don't want to take part in that.
Yeah, I get you.
Ultimately, when you do stuff like this, you're putting your own reputation on the line, so you have to
once
really
again, though,
well,
actually, I never like I was not involved directly in this like in any significant way. Like this was me getting them in touch with other people and them sending me little bits and going, "Is this fun?" And that was the extent.
Okay. All right.
Like that was literally. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like it's been like a fucking roller coaster of a day, and my fucking mind has been going a million miles an hour, and
yeah, I would imagine so.
I don't know. It's definitely been very stressful, but yeah, I don't know.
Well,
probably the streams as well. It's probably shit I could have worded better as well. It's always how it happens when you go on stream. That's fucking.
That was a pretty big fucking stream to go on to get dragged onto, right?
Yeah. So that's just fan fucking tastic, but.
All right. Well, I mean, at least you know where I stand, you know?
Yeah, I get you. I don't know if I agree with everything you're saying, but hopefully, like, I don't know, you get a little bit more context into what was happening.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you sharing it with me.
All right, not a problem, man.
Well, take it easy, man.
All right, whatever, man.